If you're thinking of starting an SMMA right now, or you are already running your own SMMA, then I want you to quit and I want you to start a creator business instead. Okay, it's exactly what I did, and I'm going to show you what you should do. All right, if you're an agency owner running your own SMMA, I want you to watch this video. All right, I'm going to break down exactly why the SMMA model, in my belief, is completely dead in 2024, and a lot of people agree with me on this view, and I want to break down exactly why. And I'm going to break down what all your favorite people in this space are doing instead to make a lot of money, right? And obviously, clearly by the title, you can probably tell that it's not SMMA. All right, I firmly believe that in 2024, the traditional SMMA model is completely dead. And in my view, there are three main reasons for this. Okay, one is if you look at YouTube, right? Even a year ago, 11 months ago, but now especially, everyone is posting videos about how they're sending 1,000 DMs a day, 3,000 DMs a day, 100,000 DMs a month. Okay, these numbers are absolutely insane, right? And they're feasible and they're accessible now to your average SMMA owner because you can do it with software, which you can buy for like £10 a month. And with this come the obvious problems. People do not care about you. If you send them a DM, they just completely ghost you. The market is less responsive to outbound messaging than it's ever been before. And we just got to find different ways around this, okay? Because software has completely destroyed the outbound game. Reason two is I'm almost willing to bet that there are now almost more SMMAs than there are actually prospects that you'd want to target with your SMMA, just because of how, you know, popular guys like Iman have made it. There are insane amounts of people trying these sort of agency models. And I mean, it doesn't help that this combined with point one means that every single one of these new agencies, which there's tons of them, are all sending out thousands of DMs and nobody has a clue what they're doing. So automatically, if you send DMs, you're seen as one of the million other agencies who have no clue what they're doing, and there's no way for you to stand out. And then three is that SMMA has been a thing for a freaking long time now. I mean, Iman has started making content around it in like 2018, I don't know, 2017, 2018, somewhere around that timeline, but it's been out there for ages, and 99% of the people you are reaching out to have already worked with some form of agency in the past. Okay, they've already worked with some form of coach in the past, and guess what? They've been burned. It didn't work. Right, which means that skepticism is at its highest, and these people do not want to take another risk. They see an agency sending them a DM, they automatically ghost, right? Because they think the process doesn't work because they've been burned before, right? So what we need to surpass this is we need insane amounts of trust built with this audience, which the traditional way of going about SMMA, building trust is literally nowhere to be found. No SMMA builds trust before trying to pitch clients, okay? And in today's market, that shit's just not working anymore, okay? We've reached a bit of a breaking point. So basically, to summarize, you are one in a million, right? Because of these three issues. You're selling commoditized solutions, right? Because there's thousands of views, there's hundreds of thousands of these agencies, okay, and every one of them is competing on price because of it, because they're all selling the exact same freaking thing, and you're all in the red ocean, right? Because there's hundreds of thousands of DMs being sent out every single day by your competitors. And what I want you to realize is that if you look at some of the biggest names in the space, they are seeing these three problems too, right? I mean, obviously they're making money, they're clearly seeing these issues, right? So for example, Iman, right, he closed down his agency. You obviously know this, right? Iman, yeah, guru, he's teaching people SMMA, he's not running his SMMA. Yes, very freaking obvious, right? He's making money from his YouTube. But someone who you maybe haven't heard of, okay, is someone like Matt Shields, okay? I don't know how much he's making right now. He doesn't really disclose how much money he's making actively per month. However, he did say that in 4 years, he had made over $4 million for his agency, right? So it's safe to say he's making at least $100,000 per month, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 per month with his agency. Even if you look at what he's doing right now, guess what? He's posting content on YouTube, right? He's posting, I mean, he hasn't posted in like a week, but before he was posting like 2 to 3 times a day, okay? And I'm assuming he's going to get back to the schedule, right? And guess what? He has 41k subscribers, and he's been doing this for like a year, and he continues to do it, and he continues to push this because, I mean, his SMA is probably automated, right? It's probably still bringing him revenue, fine, but that's not my point. My point is that despite the fact that his SMMA is bringing him insane amounts of revenue, what he's doing is he's still building a creator business himself, right? He's still posting content himself. He's building a brand himself, right? And then he's redirecting these people to, for example, his agency offer. And then the third example that I have is Alex Hormozy. I mean, I'm not sure if you've heard, but Alex Hormozy was getting like, I think it was 36 or 37x ROAS, return on ad spend, on his advertising dollars. He put in $1, got 37 out consistently, and guess what he does? He quits advertising, right? Guess why? To build up his brand. And that is what he's going all in on. He's not running any ads, right? I mean, when school launch, yes, obviously, he ran ads to the school launch, right? But what he's doing on a day-to-day basis isn't running ads. He's making content and he's building a brand. He's pivoting to a creator business, okay? And I mean, these are just 3 examples. I could list off way more people who are pivoting to creator businesses, right? Because they just see that this is the future, right? They see that SMMA or coaching, right? These terms will mean absolutely nothing in the future, right? What the game will be is gathering an audience and then presenting some form of offer to that audience that solves a pain point for them, right? That is literally it. Okay, everyone in the making money online space is pivoting right now. Okay, and most people are completely oblivious to that fact. Okay, most people still believe that, you know, SMA got started in SMMA, right? Well, Iman's quit. Iman literally quit his SMMA a year ago. Okay, Matt Shields, he's still running it, but he's clearly preparing for a massive pivot, right? Because he sees where this industry is going, right? And then Hormozi 2 years ago quit advertising, and he's been going ham on building his brand, right? And he's done pretty freaking well for himself, and he's continuing to push and continuing to experiment, right? So clearly it works. Okay, despite the fact that they were doing great in their businesses beforehand. Okay, and I mean, some of them like Matt Shields still are, right? They are allocating their attention to a different, a bigger, and a better opportunity. Okay, what are they pivoting to? They are pivoting to a creator business, like I mentioned before, right? What is the essence of a creator business? It's literally, you make content, right? That content gets you some form of attention, right? And then you present an offer to the attention that you get, to these eyeballs that you get, and then you make money. That is literally it. Okay, that is all these guys are doing. And they're printing millions of dollars every single month doing so. And what I also want to mention here is that a creator business is not really a business model, okay? It's more of a way of life, right? Because, I mean, Iman, he has his SaaS, he has his coaching program. He has a bunch of different offers right now with like drinks, I think. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but he has drinks. He has, and then he also has his eyewear brand, right? So, I mean, he's selling a bunch of different stuff, right? And guess what? He's selling them all. He's selling all these different products to the same audience, right? So it doesn't matter what sort of business model you choose, right? Because here, what he has is he has his SaaS, he has his coaching, he has, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he has some form of done for you thing as well. Don't quote me on that though. And then he obviously has his actual physical products too, right? And it doesn't freaking matter what model he chooses because he has that audience, right? Matt Shields, he's obviously running his actual agency, but also if you go here, school.com, agency world, this is a program for agencies. This is a school community for other agency owners, right? So he's not only running his own agency, he's also running his own info product. Once again, two separate business models, all selling to the one single audience that he's built. And then obviously Hormozi, once again, multiple freaking products, right? He has his main sort of, I mean, project, right, acquisition.com, where he takes equity in businesses and then he scales them. But also, right, he recently launched his workshops. He recently launched school, right? There's a bunch of different initiatives that he's sort of pursuing, that he's launching. And guess what? They're getting a whole bunch of traction. Why? Because he has this audience, because he pursued the creator business model rather than closing himself off to SMMA, just equity, just communities, right? He's not doing that. He's building an audience and then he's selling them whatever he wants to sell them at a certain point in time that he believes will help his audience the most, right? That's another sort of thing that I wanted to point out about this model. So how do you actually start your creator business? That's the last thing I want to touch on today, okay? And I mean, this is fairly simple. There are three main steps, right? First is you got to find angles that resonate with the market, right? You're not going to do well if you don't make content about stuff that people actually care about, right? So this is sort of like product market fit, except it's with your creator business. Well, basically what it is you find your main angle, right? I mean, my angle right now is make content to attract an audience, and then you present some form of offer to that audience, and then you make money, right? Just gather attention through content, present an offer, right? And then you have that main angle, and then you basically sort of package it up in all sorts of different ways, right? You have your exposed videos, your the truth about someone videos, right? You have your using popular names in the title, you have your unique takes, applying your solutions to existing trends. This video also is a trend, right? I've seen other videos with similar titles do well. That is exactly why I used this title, right? Don't start an SMA, start a creator business instead, right? I have another video coming out. I'm probably gonna have to post this one before this one then, because otherwise it's going to be a spoiler alert of this video title, whatever. This is also a trend, right? POV are 17 years old, making money online, posting YouTube videos. POV, also a trend, right? I see videos that do well and I model off of them, okay? Two is you use the data to continue scaling, right? Once you actually start making these videos, you're going to have data. You're going to know what the market wants, what the market doesn't really want, and then you use that to continue scaling, right? You can use tools like vidIQ to find out if a video is going to do well, if there's a lot of search volume on a certain tool. This is the extension that you can just download from their page. You can use Google Trends to find out when certain topics are popping, okay? And when you can actually make a video about a certain topic because you know it's going to get a lot of views because a certain topic or trend or phrase is trending, right? It's popular and people are searching it up a lot. And you can use your YouTube analytics, right? I mean, these are mine over the last 28 days. This actually isn't updated. This should say like 4K views, and I think I have more watch hours. Maybe potentially, I don't know. I definitely know I have like 80K impressions right now because I've been going ham on YouTube. This is a screenshot from like a week ago. Now we're up to 80K. Right? Because guess what? I'm hammering volume and I'm literally following this blueprint that I'm showing you right now. And then step 3 is literally just watching the compounding happen, right? As you start posting videos, as you start having more videos on your page, as you learn more about what the market cares about, as people start watching you, they start subscribing, YouTube starts pushing out your stuff, everything is just going to compound like freaking crazy, and you are going to become, hopefully, a couple years down the line, someone like Iman where we have 5 million subs, someone like Hormozi when we have 2.4 million subs, and it's going to be a really freaking good time, and it's going to keep growing exponentially. Why? Because unlike outbound, unlike ads which stop working a couple of months after you run them because you get ad fatigue, this actually doesn't decrease because the market moves on. This asset appreciates, right? And it does so in an exponential manner, right? Because you're building an audience full of people. And the more people start watching you, the more word of mouth you get, the more YouTube starts pushing you out, and you just keep growing faster and faster, right? And guess what? With that, obviously, comes more business, which is the ultimate goal, okay? That is where I'm going to finish this video off. That is what I wanted to cover in today's video. If you are running an SMMA right now, then start a creator business instead. There's no freaking reason for you to be struggling sending out DMs when you can just start a creator business model, do what the guru is actually doing instead of what they're teaching you, and start making a lot of money in the freaking process. So if you want to learn more about the creator business model, although it's not really a business model as I said, but I mean you get the point. If you want to learn more about how to start your own creator business and then scale it up, then you can book in a call below. Our clients are getting absolutely amazing results right now. We can talk about that further on the actual meeting. I appreciate you watching to the end. I hope you got value, and I'll see you soon.